So this is a message from the Akashic for humanity on Monday, June 9th, 2025. Go through the world with eyes wide open. There'll be certain things that you choose to focus on and not. Know that everything you focus on expands. So you get a choice as a creator being to either focus on things that feel good to you and continue to expand them, or you don't focus on them, you divert your attention to something that you want to expand. There are things coming out now about the Federal Reserve and different things that have been written and spoken about for a while. And what we are noticing in our environment is the creator capacity of the collective. That collective energy keeps systems in place. So the more that the collective questions a system, like the banking system, and as you see with cryptocurrency, people are starting to wonder about their reserves. And because of that, the energy is less focused on the institutions that used to command a lot of energy from people, like banks and investment companies and things like that. And so there's more of a questioning, or do I really want that? And there's a lot of people I've connected to here are into cryptocurrency, and so they're thinking less about whether they're like an investment. And you've got another faction of cryptocurrency people that are like, no, we want this to be a whole new currency that doesn't have the strings of the Federal Reserve or people controlling the value of it, or monetizing it in a way that benefits a few people. But then you have people that are investing in cryptocurrency just for the fact that they want to see it grow, so then they can use money or cash against it, loans, whatever. So it's a very, very interesting dynamic right now about what's happening on the planet with financial institutions and banking and money. So pay attention to these different institutions, and you'll see this in the food industry. You'll see it in the drug industry. These are all designed to make money. And so the more that we can understand that there's not necessarily these altruistic means by what people are doing. If you look at most of the people in your environment, they don't do things from altruistic means. They do things for money. Now, they pick a vocation that makes money, that aligns with their heart. That's ideal, right? But there's a lot of people that pick a vocation because it aligns with how much money they want to spend each month, or have access to for their children, or to create a legacy for their children, right? But literally, like, at the end of the day, like, your life could be gone like that. It happens like that. So the more that you can focus on what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, will not only expand your heart, it'll bring things to you that expand your choices and freedom, which are all those things that, quote, money represents to you. Life is about your expression of happiness and the love that you can share with others. And when you start measuring that, or evaluating that, or being controlling around all those things, it limits your ability to expand and receive more. Because when you're tight holding things in or restricting things, you can't receive and give. It's like energy is like a give and flow, right? So anyway, what else do we need to know? You all are beautiful. Every day, create a visual around the I ams and go into the feeling state. Rita did a share on the Penthouse Like, get in a really good space and think about really what you want to be receiving or manifesting or experiencing. It's more the experience. And then get in that elevator and hit the pH and go up to the top floor and know that that's where you're going to receive whatever it is. For Rita right now, it's like a production team that's connected to spirit, that loves creating with energy and seeing energy and really wanting to explore energy and the energy around the human and what that could look like to other people so that they can thrive in ways known and unknown. Because when you know that your soul energy that doesn't cease, it's just like the quantum healing hypnosis technique with Dolores Cannon. I was like, why is that healing? And part of it is when you go into these hypnosis states, you actually see past lives and you can see people that you're connected to in this lifetime. And on one level, you know you don't die. And you know the people you love haven't died. They're still there. And you see that in the film that Rita's working on called Revelation of You. You see the energy around people. You can see where they can call in past loved ones and things like that. And it's beautiful. And so Rita, when she gets to the penthouse right now, is like high-fiving these fun producer editors, and she sees them more in Europe because overseas right now is where it's like people are more conscious overseas than the United States right now in general. And Bruce Lipton talked about that because he at the beginning of the year he spoke about how his travels overseas would receive thousands of people, in the United States not as many. And then in Argentina, like his book Biology of Belief is being required reading for medical schools, and this one doctor told him that he requires it for every new doctor he hires, that they have to read Biology of Belief. So we're beginning, the tipping point feels like it's there overseas, like they're getting the fact like that's how we create with energy, and our cells respond to it. That's the Biology of Belief. Dr. Bruce Lipton showed that your thoughts basically and emotion states change the outer layer of your cells. And in the film, we explore that with some interviews, and I'd be open to doing more science interviews. We interviewed Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Eben Alexander, Dr. Konstantin Karatov. He's studied Kirlian photography when it first came out. He's an amazing physicist, quantum professor at St. Petersburg, but he's also invented a device called the BioWell, and he's got 19 patents. And he was asked to, explore communicating ESP with astronauts decades ago. That's why my mom, who worked for NSA and was a cryptanalyst, she was like, fear the Russians. Because the Russians are putting money into things that are very esoteric, but it's almost like they know that we're energy, right? So the more that we can know that we're mostly energy, and that's what comes through, and I'm writing about this, and think of yourself as 95% energy, and when you can own that state of knowing about your energy, all things are possible. You are loved, you are supported, you are guided well. Create an I am page around that, and lean into joy, and ask your angels and guides every day to surprise and delight you. Blessings and love to you. Oh, and I do Akashic record readings. Right now they're $175 an hour. They are normally $222. And I can open up the Akash of pets if they give us permission. I can open up your Akashic records and ask questions, guiding questions, not futuristic per se, but like, why is this happening? What can I do? Getting loving guidance from a place where you've been known and loved throughout all your lifetimes. We can open up the Akash of houses. I've done that for a friend of mine who's a realtor. She starts having a tough time selling a property, and she said, Rita, can you open up the Akash of this? And then the house says, I want this and I want that, and I want you to bury a crystal here and this type of crystal, and I want you to bring this energy here, and I want you to let the family be appreciative for me and everything that I've done for them, and I want the family to imagine who they want coming into their house, because this is who I want. I want a family of little kids, whatever. It's amazing what a house will tell you when it wants to be sold, who it wants to be sold to. Yeah. And I can open up the Akash of a business that's for sale to find out if it'd be a good business purchase for you, or if it's a business you're selling, or it's your own business and you want more clarity on the business. All right. Blessings and love to you. Take care. Smile, citrine, like the crystal, smile. Citrine at protonmail.com is how you reach me. Thanks. revelationofyou.com. Put your name on the list and we'll update you as we get the production team. And if you're a producer and you're really interested in talking to me, just email me at that email. Thanks.